An Audi TT in today, 2003. It's currently in for the water leak procedure. So other than that, it's got obviously a little bit of lacquer peel on the front bonnet. We've got no sunroof or obviously cabriolet roof. So everything looks okay except for the front bonnet. So that would obviously be. So whereabouts have we found the water so far collecting in the car?
Driver's footwell.
So driver's front, solely driver's front, yeah. Have we noticed any water in the passenger or in the boot area at all?
No, not the passenger.
I'll get you. And obviously, what led you to find it? Was it steamed up windows, damp and
No, it was that wet patch under the foot.
That was generally what found it. I'll get you. So that's no problem.
Customers been finding water in the driver's footwell. So if we look at the machine, you can see that there is quite a lot of moisture in there. So peeled the carpets back already, and they are very wet throughout. So what we would need to do, we need to get these carpet this side of the car nice and dry. So we put our drying machine in. The reason you're going to want to do that is you've obviously got some electrics to the side of it, which can cause issues. Again, obviously with water in the car, you can start to get sort of a mould and mildew and overall a bad smell built up. So it is important to get the car nice and dry. Coming on to where the leaks are, we found two so far. So you can see one dripping down there from behind the pedal area, and another one just at the back there as well. So in order to get that grommet prepared and fixed, what we need to do, we need to take off the scuttle area and we reseal that grommet. Whilst we're there, you've got a couple of blanking plates behind the scuttle. What we would suggest is we would reseal those as well once we've got the scuttle off, and we can put that in the estimate. Coming back down to the other leak, as you can see here, there's quite a pool of water. That we believe is coming from behind the brake servo, so that's going to be a little bit more of a challenging job. It's not something that we'd probably do ourselves. Not sure whether or not this car has had sort of a clutch replacement or previous clutch, something like that, which is potentially why it is leaking, but as you can see, that is the other drip line there coming through. So what we can do is we can put all the estimates together for this particular leak with the grommet and resealing the scuttle area, but this one over here, so I don't know whether or not you have someone that does most of your mechanical work for you, but that would need to go back to them to get the brake servo looked at. So this is just the end video for the Mark 1 Audi TT. We've had it in for a water leak. Customer was finding water in the footwell of the driver's side, so we have done all our repairs on it. So now carpets are nice and dry, so there's no issues with that. What it was there is a grommet just underneath the scuttle area at the front here, and that had basically a pretty consistent drip going through, running through the wiring loom, and dripping down the back here, just where that little footrest is there, dripping down and obviously seeping into the carpet. The other leak on this particular car, as already discussed with the customer, is actually behind. There's a plate here for the clutch pedal itself. It is dripping through slightly behind the behind the plate, and it is also leaking down the steering rack. We've advised customer that we won't be able to repair those due to the location. It does involve taking the pedals out, and we do believe it because it may have had a previous clutch or some mechanical work done to it. We do think it's part of the brake slave cylinder, so we won't be touching that at all. But say customer is already aware of all of that. So yeah, the car has been dried out. We fixed the grommet which was leaking, and also a common fault on these particular cars is the scuttles can fill up, and then they can leak behind the blanking plate which is next to the grommet on this side, and the air intake on that side. You've got the air filter and housing, so what we've done, we've taken those off, cleaned them all up, and put new gaskets basically, and sealed those back in so they will not leak going forward at all. So now the car needs to go out into a real world test. Obviously that leak regarding the clutch pedal will need to be rectified. We haven't put it under a rain arch at all because obviously we know that it is going to have that other leak, so we don't want to put any more water in the car now it's nice and dry. So once that pedal has been fixed, it will then be a case of just taking it out into the real world environment, getting it nice and wet in the rainy days and making sure it all tests up fine. But apart from that, that is our work done here and it is ready to collect.
Amazing.